Hey, hey.
Hello, good afternoon, Sonic Chads, Sonic Chews, Sonic Chans.
Sonic Chains. Yeah, it's I wrote GM, but then I was like, well, it's afternoon here technically, but we had some scheduling stuff yesterday and we were maybe gonna wait till Monday to maybe do like an extra packed episode, but there's a lot going on. So we figured we would still go ahead and get a stream rolling today. So
That's right. We gotta take advantage of this optimism while we've got it. While we got this positive momentum, let's keep it rolling.
yeah, before you open another long, we had to go ahead and get it in here.
Too late. Too late. I'm throwing money after money, bad money after good money after bad money. What do they say? I'm throwing it all in the fire.
Or it's revenge trading, as some people would like to.
Yeah. I'm
As
saying
some
like I
people
got
would
something
refer
to
to it. But yeah, there's a lot going on. Just like in the last, seriously, like 24 hours, 36 hours, maybe.
prove.
So a little bit of flurry of news, but figure before we touched on that, since we are streaming, we'd pull up the old chart here, see what we're looking like.
My
So
God.
yeah, so that's good news right there. Like we had discussed, 50 cents is like a very that was a very like kind of dangerous place to be. If I felt like if we started closing below 50 cents, it was probably going to get pretty ugly. Um, so luckily, it looks like for now we're bouncing right off that area. We're moving up, which is nice. Let me hop in here.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
we
I
head
had a
up
nice
there.
I had a nice entry, like, around, like, 53 or something, and then that
Okay.
wick killed me.
Yeah.
Wick assassinated me, bro. I
Yeah.
don't know
I
who it was,
actually,
but
um,
someone out here did it.
Phantom is like so volatile that I didn't get stopped out, but I was pretty well into the money because I got in a little lower than that.
Mhm.
So I did close that long because yeah, I was getting a little paranoid there, but it was just a good old fashioned liquidation wick there.
Mm.
They knew everybody was hoping it was going to bounce off 50 cents, so they went ahead and liquidated as many people as they could.
Yeah.
Um, that's how the game is played. So GG's. I, like I said, I was still, by the time I cashed out, I was still up a good bit, but I was like, man, I was getting that Phantom feeling where, you know, the great thing about Phantom is like you look at these candles here, like we'll have these days where, there's not a lot of L1s or projects the size of Phantom that can move like 20-30% in one day like Phantom does.
Yeah.
But that goes up and down. So I got a little I chickened out a little bit there. I'm sure I'll, looking at the chart here, I'll probably get back in. We might go back to 50 and have a bounce. I'd probably get in around there, or we'll just see what happens here when we start attacking, when we start attacking resistance again here. I'll
Mhm.
probably be looking at that too.
I've matured a little bit. I've instead of just max longing from wherever immediately, I'm being a little bit more I'm using the tools available to me. I've got some entries, some open orders sitting below 50 in case worst case scenario happens.
Nice.
Um, and I'm sitting a little cozy here. Sitting a little cozy here around 53. So hopefully we just fucking go straight up though, dude. That'd be the best case scenario for me, to be honest for you, Dracula.
Yeah, we just need to reclaim all this kind of area here. I think we will. I don't know how fast it'll be. Why don't we pull up the good old
Yeah.
Bitcoin weekly that I like?
I'm also liking that the Rainbow Road is kind of leveled out a little bit.
Yep, the Rainbow Road was chilling. That's a good sign, actually. It means that we're gonna probably coil up a little bit, um, get something that's not so parabolic. Hopefully, the good news about when we were just looking at the Rainbow Road is when it gets like that. I mean, the good news is that like you're kind of, it's like we have like a new area to look at now. You know,
Mhm.
so 50 to 60 something cents. That's going to be like a pretty, like that's a good new normal to have for now.
It's the
Um,
battleground.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at Bitcoin weekly, still about the same. I think we're just, we're a little, we're a little rangy. We're a little, just a little crabby, kind of a little
Mhm.
boring. But I will take boring over, dropping to 30 something, or, like any doomer will tell you we're going back to 28,000 or whatever. I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's not super sexy, but this is not bad.
Yeah, anything above 61, I'm feeling okay. Feeling
Yeah, I
alright
mean,
about
like,
it.
and it's crazy. Like, I remember yesterday, people were like, 64 has fallen. It's gone under 60. And it was like, brother, look at the chart. Look at the chart. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, it's so crazy to think that even, like, like, in, like, September of last year, it doesn't feel that long ago, uh, you know, 25. Like, it's kind of crazy to think,
yeah.
uh
I mean, look, this was October,
mhm.
27,000. And I
Yeah.
can't tell you how excited I was. Like I said this on the other stream that
Mhm.
this has been this chart is like my bullish bearish indicator. And we waited almost 2 years to
Yeah.
get back into this cloud. So it was at 27,000 and I was like grateful. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so yeah, like I said, you look at this, it's gonna be okay, guys. I mean, this couldn't go forever. Um,
Mhm.
you're looking at this here. I'm not saying we're done pulling back, but if this is the pullback from us being parabolic for like 2 or 3 months, I'll take that any day.
Yeah. I could see it pulling back some more, like you said. I patterns don't always necessarily repeat themselves, but I always feel like you get that kinda what do they call it? A bull trap? That's what they call it, a little pit you fall in, where it dips a little bit before it rockets, but
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't be shocked for like a final little shake. I mean, this is the weekly, so this takes a long time to play out. But
mhm,
I wouldn't be shocked to even see it dip below, just a little bit below 60, and then just pop off. Um,
it's the dream.
because that would just be, you know, people would. That just seems like like you said it. You get these in these big areas, you get these traps.
Mhm.
And I would not be shocked if somebody decided, hey, let's get those bears horny and then just blast them. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'll pull up the ETH chart as well, but ETH and Bitcoin looking, you
Ooh,
know,
looking a little bit more turbulent,
yeah, ETH's a little more turbulent. Like I said, on the Ichi chart, the blue line is kind of a magnet, so this is actually a good thing though, because I think we're not looking at like something that's super scary in terms of like where we're going here.
Mhm.
I'm looking at this candle here. I think we fall around here, hold it, we're doing fine. So I wouldn't be shocked though to see this kind of just hold. We're hitting it a second time, but
Mhm.
like I said, longer term stuff. A lot can happen here in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In the in the middle ground there. So, but when it comes to certain kinds of trading, I just prefer to, I'm a longer, I'm just like a longer term kind of.
Dracula is an ancient creature, and he thinks on a much larger time scale than you and I, in chat might, We're on these 5-minute charts. Dracula's all the way on the week, dude, because a week
Well,
is like 5 minutes to this guy.
I think what I learned was like, I kind of like to have a little bit of everything, right? So
Mhm.
I like to have two or three really long, like long game, whatever positions um, they're honestly easier to handle. I mean, you set them up to where they're not going to get liquidated with like one violent move, and you just let them run. So I got two or three like that, and then I kind of made my bones being like intraday, which
Mhm.
intraday is usually, I mean, it's what it is. It says is that's people that make trades that usually play out in a week, 2 weeks, whatever, compared to like you're waiting months and months and months. that kind of was like my battleground. I was never super good at like scalping and stuff. I tried so much, blew up many accounts. You would hear about these guys that are like, you know, I increase my portfolio like 20% every single day or whatever, but
Yeah,
I just
that's
sucked at it.
insane.
Yeah, I
That
just
that
was
doesn't that seems like a what do they call that? Like survivor bias type thing though, right? Like for every guy that's saying that, if it's true, like
I think it's like a drug in itself. I mean, I totally get that.
Mhm.
You know, guys that are like trading ticks, like
Yeah.
seconds and minutes and stuff. Um, but you know, gotta be like a high when you're like hitting after you're hitting gains, back to
You gotta be
back. But to make money playing that, you have to be like 50x, 100x. So you get liquidated just as fast. So
yeah. It's tough when these markets move so fast, right? You see those crazy candles so fast. Um, but yeah, man, you gotta be cold blooded for that too, you know?
yeah, and I mean, I guess I used to
Really
no matter
different.
what. The funny thing is I say how bad I was at like um, that sort of trading. But before I got into like building stuff, that's all I did was trade.
Mhm.
So regardless, I still did it like almost every day and lost money. Like,
Yeah.
meanwhile, my longer positions were always like healthy. I guess it was how it kind of evened out.
Mhm.
Um, so
Those
yeah,
longer
shout out
positions paid for you to lose money on the daily.
exactly. It was like funding my like sniping shitty, like I don't know, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was paying for me to be bad at like trading the super like short time frames.
Mhm.
But you know, with these candles we were talking about, um, you pulled up something interesting,
Oh,
which
yeah.
was this is kind of quiet. And I've been on X this morning. I think you said you saw a person or two talk about this, but I have not seen anyone mention this yet, which is
Yeah.
crazy to me.
I just, like,
Which is
lost it.
yeah, 24.
There we go, 24, yeah, 24 on DeFi Llama. I was really surprised by this because I was just, like, coming to check out some other metrics, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, and I saw that 82% TVL increase in a day. So that
I mean
happened in the
that's
last 24 hours? That's pretty
yeah.
crazy, man. That's a huge jump. We were at, like, what, like, 30 or 40 on this list?
No, I mean we were just having a conversation in a chat less than a week ago, and we were at 42 because I remember I specifically referenced it because I was saying, guys, we're at 42 TVL. This is what
Mhm.
I look at. We need to be like in top 20 before we're worrying about this and that. And now it's 24. I guess somebody was like, fuck you, Dracula.
Someone's proving me wrong, dude,
Yeah, somebody was like, shut up, Drac.
in the best way possible too.
But yeah, I
Um,
mean, that's nuts. And like, yeah, 82% in the last 24 hours, 74% in a week, 20% on the month, but that's actually pretty impressive because if you look at everything else here, everything else is way in the red for the month.
yeah,
So, I don't know what's going on, but somebody is moving some money around.
the rotators are rotating, dog. Inverse drag for TVL increases. That's right, Benny. So I was looking at this here too because like where did this all go? It seems like Polter, Guru, Ichi. Yeah, it's like kind of just like getting spread out across the ecosystem here a little bit. I could have sworn maybe it's because I've modified these ranges a little bit. No, I don't know. I could have sworn I was looking at it earlier that Beethoven had like a huge bump, but I guess not.
Well, it could also be just inflows in general.
Mhm.
So that might be that we're not even seeing it on. Well, let's see. TVL.
Let's move it down to 2024. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
On
on
May
with
29th, something big happened on the network.
it. But yeah, like I said, if it's not well, let's see. Yeah, you got 50% there. But yeah, I mean, it could be a lot of things that kind of takes into account even just like people bridging stables and bridging,
Mhm.
everything else. So maybe there's some people that have been paying attention and they're getting ready to have some fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can hope so. And that's always good old fashioned, good family friendly fun on the network where, they push the price up for me.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good fun right there.
hell yeah. Yeah, so big win for Poulter though, it seems like. Poulter seems to be winning big here. Are you familiar with Poulter Finance at all?
I mean, I know it's a lending protocol, which, the thing for me is that I've learned my lesson that the only time I really mess with like lending is when we're like full bull market.
Mm,
Um, you know, when I know that I can probably like flip it and make it worth taking a loan and all that. There are people that are really good at like getting a loan like at the bottom of the bear market, and congrats if you can do that. But in my experience, it's like, oh man, we're pretty low. Let me open a loan. And then it's like,
mhm.
the falling knife deal where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, cool. Now I'm down like 30% on my, you know, but maybe that's what's happening. I'm not sure. That's
Yeah,
a
I
huge
think
jump.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel bad. I feel like I should have been following Poulter closely here to know what happened here, but, like, I just pulled up their site and, I mean, they have some pretty juicy deposit APRs, so that maybe is part of it for
And
USDC, which, you know, us old men would love that.
I don't know. You're showing these numbers. I might go poke around today. So
Yeah, man, check them out, Poulter Finance. I mean, there's gotta be some reason that people are going bonkers on them here. 93% up in the
yeah.
day
And
or in 7
Poulter,
days.
you can just go ahead and send whatever tokens you were gonna send the Corval. You can send 50%.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never talked to anyone from Poulter ever, so, no, but really though, I haven't. This is completely
No, we're just
um,
looking at the charter. Um, yeah, I mean, well, let's see, Guru Network, those guys handle a lot of stables, 64%. Now,
ooh,
Ichi, that's a big one.
mhm,
You know,
mhm.
Ichi does like automated concentrated liquidity positions. So
Yeah,
that could mean, I think you have access to Ichi through Equalizer.
mhm.
I'm not sure what other protocols offer Ichi stuff on Phantom, but
Yeah.
yeah, maybe there's some people getting some big automated CL positions rolling.
I wonder if it would count it because I use, like I do use Ichi for my equalizer position, so I'm imagining it's just counting it there instead of through, like, equalizer.
Yeah, I think so. Um, but yeah, I mean that was big. I'm sure we're gonna see people talking about it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna you're gonna see a lot of spam on the network. Oh, I guess F Money also has 164%. I
I mean,
think that
that's the
they
other lending guy. So something's going on with
lending.
lending.
Uh-oh.
Maybe
Something's wrong with lending.
hey, like I said, maybe that's a good indicator that we did just flip on the support there. That there's some smarter traders out there being like, that was the bottom. Time to get some loans.
Yeah. Hopefully some good news out of lending. Hopefully this is good news out of lending, 'cause I feel like most of the time when we talk about lending, something happens with lending markets, usually like, apocalyptic.
Yeah.
It's usually Armageddon, but this seems kinda good. It seems positive. We got money flowing into these lending markets. Um, and the
Well,
deposits are if the deposits are high on USDC, that means there's more borrows of USDC. Uh-oh. No, but, yeah, I mean, it's good. Been a good day for Phantom, price-wise, TVL-wise, just general metrics-wise, right?
well, and
And
I guess that could also be some of the news we were talking about
mhm,
earlier. There was like kind of like a flurry of, things were kind of a little more quiet on the news front this last month or so. I mean, we got
mhm,
the Sonic logo, but before they started rolling out the new governance stuff and everything, it was a little quiet. So yeah, it seems like things are back to marching towards Sonic. So this was a big one. The Sonic Labs Innovator Fund. Um,
mhm,
what it's going to do is basically they're going to put, as you can see here, they're going to put a bunch of Phantom into grants and
mhm,
developing new projects, like helping people build. Um, so yeah, I mean, basically, what this covers is that they're going to have a bunch of Phantom they're going to put into this, and then they're also going to mint a little bit of Sonic token as well. Um, so I'm trying to see if there's kind of like a total number they're kind of shooting for in terms of the raise for it.
Mhm.
But here they do mention the famous Fantom DeFi program from last run,
Mhm.
which that was 370 million Fantom, and it boosted the chain TVL from 400 million to 7.7 billion within 7
Wow. Do we think we can run it back?
So maybe we're about to run it back. Because honestly, I think for the Sonic mint, I'm guessing they're going to have a vote on that too, where they're talking about, it's still just going to be like a single digit kind of dilution, I believe. But maybe by the time they mint Sonic with the Phantom, it'll be closer to like the first time they did this.
Mhm.
So that's pretty big news though, because what do we need? Like we need people to be bullish about building, whether Phantom, Sonic. Obviously we say Phantom, we're looking at Sonic now, but
Mhm.
you know we need people to be like excited to come build on here again. And what we really do need is we need DeFi. We need DeFi to flow into memes, to flow into NFTs, um, lending, and of course, just DeFi protocols. Like
Derivatives.
we need all of that to really get things pumping again. And some people disagree with that, but I'm a strong believer that we've talked about this countless times on the show where I've said, I think that you will eventually see like money flow back into DeFi as things heat up.
Mhm.
And I know we've already been looking at DeFi Llama for a good bit here, but I did have like a tweet sharing like the overall chart here. So this is
Mhm.
basically like DeFi flows, right?
Mhm.
So look right here. This is where we are right now.
Creeping back up.
So, you know, my tweet was saying, hey, if you're only good at like sniping meme coins and culture coins and whatever, like I'm not saying memes are going away. They're gonna stay a part of this, but I'm saying now might be the time to start studying some DeFi, maybe learning a few new tricks, maybe starting to practice trading a little bit, because it's coming. I mean, the flow is rising. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, I think that's what we need though on Sonic. And when we were at Consensus, some people were, Michael Kong made like a very strong statement that it was like Sonic is going to be after DeFi. They're going after DeFi, you know, because there's chains that are saying, we need to get, like AVAX or Avalanche, they've kind of like gone the gaming route. There's people that are going like different routes. And it's like they made a very strong statement that they were like, we're coming back for DeFi. Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, that is where the money is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a big point, and I think, you're right in that we wanna make Sonic like a place that you wanna build, right? And there's already a lot of advantage to building on Phantom at the moment, right? Like, you got the speed, it's cheap, you can test live kinda thing going on, right? But money talks, dude. Like being compensated for doing it encourages people even more. And that's kind of been the game lately, right? It's just all these incentives programs. I guess it's just that's just crypto for you, right? Um, how do you get like devs to really want to come over, right?
Yeah,
And I think the Phantom Foundation team, the Sonic Foundation team, whatever you want to call them, in this awkward in between moment, but they're putting a lot of good effort into this. I think, like
yeah,
we learned at Consensus, right? The partnership with Google, so they're providing support that's not just like bring activity and will give you like compensation to help you get going.
yeah,
More like we'll provide development support as well. We'll provide like infrastructure support, the gas refund thing even, right? Like these are all things that are going to make it uh much more appealing to I guess serious builders, right? Like if I really want to build something, I can really put the time and effort into it
yeah.
to
And
where
I
it
mean, I
is
think
gonna
if
work.
you're, and I think if you're looking at it that way, it is kind of like they're setting the stage for that. That's what it's
Mhm.
starting to feel like. And if the market is going to continue to move, then that's that's where we want to be. So this might all end up kind of like, you know, coalescing at just the right time. I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the hope, and I mean, to tag on to that, I think that's a really smart move because I think a lot of what happens in crypto is people chase, like, a trend, and they're, like, a little bit behind, and that's, like I mean, I love the meme coin program, I love meme coins, but it kinda feels a little bit like that, right? Like, we're a little bit behind the ball on that.
like chasing the narrative a little bit.
Yeah, chasing the narrative, but with the setup that they have here for Sonic with the developers and the incentives programs, right? Like, it seems like they're kind of getting ready to be to lay the field so that they can win, right? Classic Sun Tzu, right? Fight where you want. Don't chase, like, set the terms of the battle. That's kinda
Yeah.
where we're at. That's
Yeah.
what
And you know, this was the next thing, which could have also been bullish, was the second proposal for things that have to do with Sonic did pass the governance vote. And this was for what everybody wants to see:
Yeah.
airdrops for early and new adopters.
This is probably exactly why TVL jumped up so much is 'cause the people saw this announcement, so they just bridged everything over to get some action. I
It
mean, we've
could
got a
be.
couple
I mean,
comments already, people asking about it.
yeah, there was a guy that said, "How do I get my airdrop?" And I was like, I don't know, buddy. They
Yeah.
haven't. We don't know.
They're still working on it.
we're not the Phantom devs. We're just bros.
Yeah, we're just dudes having fun, dude.
Um, but I'm looking through here real fast, and apologies to anyone that's like trying to read this. You can go find the whole thing here. I was just trying to like real quick see if they had like any of the I don't think there's like how the airdrop is going to be like. I think they still have to like reveal or vote on how everything's going to work, but this basically was just saying like, yes, like we want airdrops, we
Yeah.
want them for the users.
Mhm.
So
6% of the S tokens fully diluted value, am I reading that right? Being minted for this initiative.
yeah,
That's
so
pretty
that's
nice, dude.
that's significant.
Mhm.
Okay, and actually, I'm glad you said that. So that was the one thing I was trying to
Thank
find
God.
real fast for the vote was it had offered, the vote was for will there be airdrops, but also how much will we like, mint to like
Mhm.
dilute for it. So 6% was the maximum, which I think is a good thing, because there's just it just gives them lots of room to do different things. They can with that much, they can like probably, keep a campaign rolling for a little while, keep people here even longer. So I'm glad to see that the 6% was what they ended up passing.
Yeah, I'm curious, to see, like, kind of more details of, like, what their plan is with this, um, because, I mean, I've kind of just noticed that there's been a lot of I don't know, airdrops are kinda like a tricky thing, aren't they, Dracula? Like, they're kinda like, seems like people are pissed no matter what happens with an airdrop
It's true.
usually,
It's true.
and, it's not entirely clear how much of a benefit it has, like, long term. So, yeah, like, I think we talked about this a little bit last time we talked about the airdrop. Like, you either
Yeah.
wanna keep it rolling or you wanna, like, I don't know, use it as just, like, a surprise compensation, right? Like, "Oh, we love you guys so much. Here's an airdrop."
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I think the good thing for Phantom is they are in this like unique position where they already have users, they already have projects. Because yeah, like what we've discussed before was, some of these, especially some of these L2s, they come out of nowhere and people, move TVL and everything and it stays until the drop. And then the drop happens and everybody's pissed or whatever and everybody just leaves anyway. Um,
Mhm.
so I think they're in a unique position to be able to like say, hey, we're offering an airdrop. We're going to reward old users. We're going to, you know, have try to get new users like as well. And I think they can kind of game it in a way to where hopefully it like creates like longer term value
Oh,
than
yeah. I
just
mean,
being
look
like, hey, it's for, farm for 4 weeks and then we drop and then it's over and the the like worst outcome happens where everybody's like, all right, cool, well, thanks for the money, I'm now moving to the next airdrop. But they're kind of in a unique position because what I've seen, especially with like Zero finally dropping this week, and I've seen like a lot of takes on this and some articles and threads, and you know,
Mhm.
like I feel like it is true. Like we're probably, I don't think like the airdrop meta is going to be around much longer in its current form.
Yeah.
This might be actually one of the last big airdrops that might be occurring. Period. It just doesn't seem, it's losing steam. It's losing sentiment. Um,
The gamers have finally ruined the fun for everybody. The airdrop farmers have ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's just like, what's even the point now? Like if depending on like if you were a new protocol. See, what's funny about this is I think this is actually a really good idea for an existing like chain to do.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
but is it going to be beneficial to brand new chains, brand new L2s anymore? That are
Mhm.
literally only able to get volume because they're offering an airdrop. I don't know. It seems like that's drying up a little bit.
Yeah. It seems a little bit, you know, it just like played out. It just feels a little played out at this point. Uh, it just feels like I'll never get a significant airdrop. Usually, I mean, the best airdrop I ever got was this is why I say I like the surprise one because the best airdrop I ever got was for holding a schizo poster, and because I had no idea it was coming, and it was pretty substantial.
Yeah, some of those
But
schizo poster airdrops have been like $5,000, like
yeah,
$3,000. Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool in itself to be like, yeah, we're offering existing holders like some kind of I guess they did what the Thena
yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Was the Eno one? I like
or Ina, yeah.
Yeah, I just sold that shit immediately though, so that's why I'm kinda negative about it. Like, I know what I did.
You're not gonna make this man a community member.
Yeah, no way. You can't buy me like that. You gotta charm me, you know?
Well,
Uh,
I guess in some fun though, we enjoy kind of getting into the seedier side,
yeah, let's go
darker
into
side.
let's, do we wanna check the meme coin brackets real quick before
Hey,
we go
that's a good idea.
full oh,
Let's see
whoa.
what's happening over there.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Blackie's on here. I have Blackie on our list a little later to talk about. I can't believe this. Blackie. I hate that name, dude.
Not the I don't know if there was a ton of thought put into it, but there he
He
is.
he looks kinda cool. He's a cool
He's
little
he's a
ghost, 3D ghost render.
black ghost.
Yeah, well, hey, let's go back up to the top because at the top we have again, Hoops has reclaimed the throne.
Yeah, so they dropped down to like 5, which I think there was like some behind the scenes data stuff that was getting kind of like modified during the week.
Mhm,
Um, something about I think they were still kind of like trying to remove like marketing and team wallets and some stuff like that from like or like wallets that were known to be like sniped at launch and that kind of stuff.
mhm.
So it had kind of like recalculated everybody's standings. But yeah, Hoops has jumped right back up to reclaim the number one spot.
Hell yeah, brother. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see Hoops putting in a good show. We're getting some movement on the charts, keeping it competitive. That's what I like to see, dude. Um,
Yeah, and
so
it's been kind of flux. Once you get up to about 5, all this
Mhm,
kind of has been, everyone's been kind of bouncing around, but that's cool.
mhm, mhm,
So, yep, Blackie is now in the mix. I don't know who else will be in the mix before this ends. You know, I guess it's kind of like, if I remember right, this was looking to kind of stop. Round one was going to probably stop like end of the month. So I think you're already kind of maybe at like a bit of a disadvantage to join late. Like for instance,
mhm,
bottom 3 here, these were all like added like halfway through basically. Um,
mhm.
but no, it's been cool to watch. So I guess we'll keep checking on it. I mean, now we're kind of back to there was a bit of a shakeup when they first did it, but now we're kind of back to the status quo here. We got Hoops, Goat, and Tin Hat. Um,
Mhm.
so, but we'll see see how that goes.
Wow. And speaking of, meme coin competitions, I wanted to check a little bit on the one Helder was running here, the small cap meme coin competition.
Let's see.
Um,
Are you pulling that up? You want me to? Let's see
yeah, I
here.
got it pulled up here. Let me
All
share
right,
this
cool.
tab instead here. So it looks like, you know, it ended, right? I couldn't find
Did
my
it? No, I don't think it's over
wait a minute.
yet.
Round
We're entering.
16, match 20. Okay, yeah, we're like in the semifinals, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're getting
We got
there.
Ruggy versus Shrooms. Oh wait, no, it's just Ruggies versus Shrooms. Okay. Um, I was just looking at this here, right? Looks serious, dude. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're nowhere near close. Okay, it's Ruggies versus Shrooms. I was just looking at the center. They have them in the center, so I was like, oh wow, it's the final end. Okay. But it looks like we got Cabron, Love, Speed, Ruggies, and Shrooms now battling to join Speed, Cabron, and Love in the like quarterfinals? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I guess it goes quarter then semi, right?
Oh yeah, it looks like Ruggy won. Okay, okay. But I was looking through here, and it looks like there was something that happened here. Maybe a little bit of drama happening here, because they had to they're redoing the rules.
Yeah, they're remaking the rules. I guess I don't know if there's a post about it. I mean, I've seen posts about it, but I
Mhm.
guess it's a Twitter poll, so I guess people are saying other people are botting the polls or whatever. So I think they're trying to change the rules here to like make sure it's like everybody gets a little slice of the pie.
Yeah.
I haven't read this document yet, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of socializing the prize a little bit more. Obviously, first place gets the biggest cut, 9% of the USDC and yay in the prize pool. And it kind of just staggers down there. So like every participant's going to get a little bit of something. So I mean, good on them for I guess making it a little bit more friendly, because it is kind of like I don't know, all in good fun, right? Like, we want as many of them to win as possible, right? So it's just kind of testing the strength of the communities. But I could kind of see the problems with the Twitter polls. Twitter polls have been botted for forever, so I guess I could see like that being a problem. But hey, you live, you learn. This might just be the first small cap meme coin competition. What if we just do these forever, dude? We
Yeah,
can go to
and
these
there's
next
already, and
year.
there's people like talking about like other things to do after, and so
Mhm.
all in all, everybody's heart was in the right place. This has been fun to watch, fun to keep up with. Hopefully, if anyone is doing any of that stuff, they now know that people are watching and they chill. But
Yeah,
you know, it looks like with this new change to the system, I think that's probably a good idea to just be like, hey, if somebody is like trying to like manipulate this, then at least everybody's kind of getting like a cut, like nobody can hopefully be too mad. It's not like winner takes all or something. So
yeah. It's the difficult thing about working in this space is you try to do something fun too sometimes, and you kind of forget that like there's so many people involved that are like, well, just because it's open, anyone can come in and like participate. That like there are a lot of people out there that are just trying to like exploit or game it.
yeah, I
So
mean that's just part of it. Like even just like talking about the airdrops, it's like yeah, the
mhm,
people that are obsessed with like just gaming the airdrops when they could be doing a million other things to make money. They're like
yeah,
mad that they're not getting like enough free money or you know what I mean? It's like there's always people that are like, let me look at the structure of the system and see how I can, totally
yeah.
game it and take all the money and whatever.
It's
So
game theory 101, right? The furthest I've forgotten game theory 101. Tragedy of the commons, right? You got this open thing, people are going to take advantage of it and exploit it. But hey, you know what? I still consider this success. Great
yeah,
job, Helder, for running
yeah,
this
it's fun.
thing and being responsive to the community's concerns. Um, so I guess now though, let's get a little darker. Let's dive into the darker side of crypto
Yeah,
here.
we'll cover this before we head out here. So,
We're
and
gonna
actually, it's funny because you showed me this tweet, but it looks like we both got tagged in it.
yeah, we got tagged in it at the bottom. But
Yeah,
I think he's onto something because I think I saw my best friend, Nick Nick.ftm, Halcyon Rose. I think he was posting about this as well. And it kind of this is a quote unquote conspiracy theory, but it makes perfect sense, dude. Soy tards, we're done with you, dude. I was extending the olive branch. I wanted to be peaceful, but this latest piece of news is too much. It's a bridge too far. I can't stomach this kind of behavior. Dracula, Why are they always biting, dude? Why can't
I
Solana be original? Do their own
I
thing.
do I
Be
do
their
have
own
to say
person.
it is kind of funny. It's like, you know, I don't know if, we can really say Phantom Wallet was. I mean, I guess that's where the
Come on, dude. Come on, man.
that's where the conspiracy really like hits, is that it's like, okay, first you had Phantom Wallet, and now you're launching an L2 that's called Sonic. Um,
Yeah, just for
but
anyone who doesn't know, Solana's wallet is called the Fantom wallet. Fishy, okay? And that's when Phantom is big. Now, Phantom announces Sonic, right? And what, a week later, Solana launches, they're launching a Sonic chain as their L2, and they raise what, $100 million?
they raised a lot of money.
Makes me
But
sick.
the Sonic
Network doesn't
part,
even work half the time.
the Sonic part is kind of wild. Because obviously, um, if you're working for Solana or at Solana or with Solana or whatever, I mean, there's no way you don't know about that. If you're dialed into the industry, I don't know a person that's like, what is Sonic? Like, what is that? Like everybody knows that's happening. So that was kind of, maybe it's just because it's been in development for a long time.
Mhm.
Um, I probably still would have just rebranded at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is funny. He's just going off.
Mhm.
Just saying, they're coming after us. It's a conspiracy. They're trying to screw us over. Um, you know, Michael Kong, please help us, save us. Um,
I like this line here. They can't copy your tech, so they try to copy our name.
so I don't know. It's pretty funny though. I mean, that is kind of like, it is going to be weird if like there's actually two like really big chains called Sonic, but I do know that the Solana L2 is geared towards um it's supposed to be geared towards like gaming specifically. So maybe that's
Mhm.
why they're like, yeah, whatever. We'll,
You know what
put
it
it
kinda
all.
reminds me of? Look, I got a little commercial here, someone posted. So, like, in the I guess, like, in the '80s or '90s, Coca-Cola came out with this stat that was like, "We sell twice as much Coca-Cola as Pepsi sells Pepsi," right? Like, and, this is what it kinda reminds me of. If you wanna put this up on the screen here. We gotta do this is a meme opportunity here, I guess. I'm not that creative. Uh, but,
Let's see. Sorry, I had the audio muted.
see, check
Okay.
this out. Now he's standing on the Coca-Cola cans. He gets a Pepsi, right? That's why they're selling twice as much. Now we need to do that. He's standing on 2 soy tards and he's hitting the Sonic Chad button, dude, because that's what he really wants, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. That'd be a good meme right there.
Here's just an idea. Emmett, cut that up for me, dude. Cut that up for me. Do the editing for me. But yeah, no, Drac, do you think Solana like is really gonna like? Do you think there's a real threat here?
I,
Is there any way?
it's not a great coincidence. But like I said, I
We're gonna get
imagine
Iggy
that.
Azalea twerking on some Sonic L2 thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I think because it's geared, like I said, the only thing I can think of in my head is that it's got a very specific. I don't think they're running DeFi on it. I don't, it's not like an L2 to help like alleviate traffic on Solana. It's like something specifically geared towards like, back end of gaming stuff, gaming transactions.
Okay.
So that's probably why they were like, yeah, we'll just stick with it. Like I said, I think I still would have rebranded, but it,
Yeah,
it is
no.
irritating. It's hard to like, you can't be like, oh, that's not annoying. It's definitely annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, it's annoying. It just doesn't feel very creative, you know? It's, like, weird. It's weird, dude.
But
Um
yeah, I mean, we had a couple other things, but we're starting to run out of time here, so I think we'll
Mhm.
save them for early in the week since we'll be back in just a couple days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I had one more thing that we were getting bid on if you wanna talk about this
Yeah.
really quickly. I know we're running out of time, we got, like, 5 minutes here, but, oh, I stopped sharing. It's not just the Foundation that's getting bid here, it's the GOAT as well, dude.
Uh-oh. Let's
It's
see.
the top meme coin gaining everyone's attention the past 24 hours. This was trending, this is how I saw this,
Yeah.
but I've never heard of this. Our GOAT, the real GOAT token.
What?
Yeah, look at this. And whoa, is this a Solana thing too? If
No way.
so,
No
this is
way.
disgusting, dude.
Yeah, what
This
chain is it supposed to be on?
I don't know, I'm kinda scared to click any of their links, to be honest with
They
you.
say Floki and Pepe, so those are 2 different chains, and then
This is
Bonk and Dog with Hat or Solana.
the king of all meme tokens.
Yikes.
Okay, where is this thing at? Okay, it's on Base. Okay, another
Um,
scam chain.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I kinda fade I like base chain, but I kinda fade the base memes. I just don't have a lot of faith. I mean, they've had a couple pop off, but something just no one can seem to do it right over there.
BTC is the GOAT, GOAT is the meme. It makes me sick.
So
It
he's
makes
really
me
like
sick to
so he's like
read
the
this.
Bitcoin goat on base?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does
Okay,
it?
okay.
Hey, man, be a real man, be a real GOAT. Go on, inscribe, make an inscription or whatever. Do an
Yeah.
ordinal. Whatever the hell they do over there.
Man, so yeah, they're biting everything, man. They're biting Sonic, they're biting Goat. Like,
Mhm.
it's a shame. Hate to see it.
Dude, you hate to see it, dude. It's a sign of something, I don't know what, but hopefully by September, all this crap gets washed out when the market just rips and tears, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's still coming. So
Well, all right, Dracula. I'll cede the last 4 minutes of your Saturday back to you here. I think we covered a lot. We got some more coming on Monday. Uh, we got Spooky Swap in the house for real this time.
I think that's gonna be like another week out. We had
Yeah.
some scheduling on that, but we will be, of course,
Mhm.
back, I guess, Monday or Tuesday. Probably
Yeah.
Tuesday streaming, I'd imagine. So
Maybe we should call someone out, dude. We should call someone out who and challenge them to come on the stream here. Who should we
yeah,
challenge?
like a wrestling.
Yeah, the challenge Polter. Challenge the Polter guys. Explain yourselves. Explain yourselves. How come I haven't heard of you, but you got all this TVL? Come on the chain. Come on the show, man.
Come on the stream, brother.
Come on the stream, brother.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, as always, you can check us when we're back on Phantom Talk, YouTube, GM_Sonic, and anywhere you listen to podcasts, GMSONIC. But of course, the streams don't usually make it onto the podcast format, so you can only get it by watching us.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up for a surprise stream, folks.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching today. I know it's a Saturday, so
Yeah.
we'll see you during the week.
Enjoy and see you later.